Chapter 11, Section 2 will be broken into two parts. This is Part 1. Our objective for Part 1 and Part 2 will both be to learn to solve multi-step equations. And our essential question, how do I write an equation from a word problem? We'll be tackling the word problem portion in Part 2. Part 1 will just be an introduction into solving multi-step equations. To solve a multi-step equation, you may have to simplify the equation first by combining like terms or by using the distributive property, both of which we have worked on previously. Let's start by solving. We want to solve for x. Our equation is x plus 3x equals 48. In order to make this as simple as possible, we want to simplify each side. So a lot of you already do this, but it's important to think of this as two separate parts. So we want to focus first on the left-hand side and what we can combine. Keep in mind that if you have an x there and no number, that represents 1x. So we start by combining 1x plus 3x, and that will give us a total of 4x. So now we have 4x equals 48. We know from our previous lessons that we're trying to figure out 4 times what number equals 48. The way we do that is we show that we're going to divide both sides by 4, and 48 divided by 4 gives us an answer of x equals 12. If we want to check our answer, now it's a little bit different than it used to be because we have to go and put 12 into two different places. So if we're going to check our answer, it would be 12 plus 3 times 12. 3 times 12 is 36, and 36 plus 12 is 48. So we know we have the correct answer. Let's solve this one. A little bit longer problem. 8x plus 6 plus 3x minus 2 equals 37. You can see I've already circled the like terms. Notice again that when you pay attention to like terms, you have to look at the symbol that's in front of them. So we have 8x's plus 3x's. We have 6 positives and 2 negatives. So 8x plus 3x is 11x. 6 minus 2 is 4. So we have a two-step equation now. To get x by itself, we start by getting rid of the plus 4 by subtracting 4 on both sides. So now we have 11x equals 33. We divide to undo the multiplication and get x equals 3. Again, if we want to check our answer, we have to plug 3 in to all the places where we see x. This is what that would look like. 8 times 3 plus 6 plus 3 times 3 minus 2. Simplifying, we get 24 plus 6 plus 9 minus 2. Combining all those terms, we get 37. Next problem. 4 times the quantity of x minus 6 plus 7 equals 11. Thinking of these as separate sides, let's see what we can do on the left-hand side. First, we have distributive property. 4 times x and 4 times 6. That simplifies to 4x minus 4 times 6 plus 7, which is 4x minus 24 plus 7. When we look a little bit closer, as we see to combine like terms, we have a negative 24 and a positive 7. We're adding these as separate terms. So 24 negatives plus 7 positives would cancel out to give us a negative 17. So don't think of it as a minus 17, think of it as a negative 17. When we go to solve, we'd add 17 to both sides. 4x equals 28, divide by 4, x equals 7. Remember, when you have multiple choice questions, you can always look at your answer choices and plug them in to see which one works. If we plug in the number 4, we follow order of operations. 4 plus 3 is 7. 7 times 4 is 28. 28 plus 5, not 109, 33. Okay, if we plug in 23, 23 plus 3 would be 26. 26 times 4 would be 80 plus 24, which is 104, and 104 plus 5 is 109. We always check our answers to make sure, so we would try 26. 26 plus 3 is 29. 29 times 4 would be 80 plus 36, which would be 116, plus 5 more, 121. And obviously 101 is going to be too large, multiplying it times 4 after we add 3, way over 109. So B is the correct answer. That's it for part 1. Make sure your Cornell notes are filled out completely. Review your notes and complete the summary before class.